Hello everybody and welcome back to Games for Dads, and wow, here we go once again. Thank you to Courtney08. Retrocausality, brand new Mythic. It's literally been out a few days. Courtney's very kindly lent me her Retrocausality. I think I've got it for about an hour, so I am going to play around with it. But here we go, my first attempt at a deck. It's a league deck. It's a 9 and 9 deck. I played 2 games in the league, won both games with it. It is a real fun card. The thing with this card is you need to build a deck that kind of powers up or ramps up or scales up, whatever you want to call it. You want to lose the first 2 rounds if possible and then win the last 3 rounds. It's easier said than done. I tried loads of different ways of doing it and it is difficult. A little bit tricky to play this deck, but it is a fun deck. So we've gone with 9 science, 9 arts and culture. Let's go and have a look at this deck. Leonardo da Vinci, 5 of 45, a limited legendary. On the play, your science cards in hand gain plus 26 until played. I've got quite a few science cards or buffing cards until played because I want to try and buff up that retrocausality as much as I can, because obviously we're going to be holding it if we can manage to lose a couple of rounds. Next one, consciousness. It is a 9 and 9 deck. On the draw, if your deck has exactly 9 arts and culture cards, which it does, your science cards, wherever they are, gain plus 16 until played. If your deck if your deck has exactly 9 science cards, your arts and culture cards, wherever they are, gain 16 until played as well. Nice card. Moving on. Quantum Entanglement. 7 for 70. I'm loving this card. I've got hiccups. I'm loving this card. I always do these videos just after I've eaten, and I always get hiccups after I eat, so I do apologise. On the draw, for every science card in your deck, your opponent's non-science cards, wherever they are, lose -1 power until played, which is pretty nice. And on the return, for every non-science card in your opponent's deck, your science cards, wherever they are, gain +1 until played. Do like that card, quite versatile. The multiverse. So I am going into the league and some of the cards in this deck are quite expensive, and I thought I'd put this one in because it does a little bit of buff. There's definitely other cards out there that you could swap it for, but I wanted to put a few mythics in this deck. Why not, eh? On the draw, a random card in your hand gains 11 permanently. On the draw, a random card in your opponent's hand loses 11 power permanently. And on the play, your cards in hand gain 11 until played. There she is, or there he is, or there it is. Courtney's Retrocausality. Wow. 4 for 0 on the start. For every round you have lost this game, this card gains plus 25 permanently. We did do some sums. If you draw this on round 1 and you lose the first 2 rounds, and then you win the last 3 rounds, it will be worth about 525 points without any buffs. But obviously you do want to try and buff it up. Played a couple of casual games. I've had it over 1,300 points, so you can do it. Anyhow, Retrocausality. Let's see how it gets on in the league. Jet car. Not really sure about this one, but I was struggling and I only had an hour, so I've got to send that card back shortly. So 6 for 50. Jet car. What does it do? On the play, your cards adjacent to this game plus 80 this turn, and on the return lose -40 power for 3 turns. I'm going to try and use that on the final round. That's if we get to the final round. The Linux kernel. This is a good one actually. On the play, if played next to any science card, your science cards, wherever they are, gain +15 for 3 turns. Repeat for each album. And on the return, if your deck has only science cards, which it doesn't, your cards, wherever they are, will gain +10 for 3 turns. So we do need to win a couple of rounds, and we do want to try and lose the first 2 rounds. So not sure about this one, but I went for it for a bit of fun, really. The Fairy Chimneys, 6 for 57. On the return, your mythic cards, and we got quite a few of them in this deck. Your mythic cards, wherever they are, gain +20 until played. I went for it because it's an until played, but again, you'll probably find a better card out there. Like I said, I did rush this deck together quite quickly. Super Glue, another card, 3 for 30. I'm not sure why I was worried about the energy so much, because it's 30 energy this week. Probably could have gone with something better, but there we go. Super Glue. On the play, your cards in hand gain +30 this turn. Interesting. Vitruvian Man. First of our pinky cards, 6 for 48. On the play, if your deck has 9 or more science cards, which it does, your arts and culture cards, wherever they are, gain +18 until played. and vice versa. Really useful, and it's a tool played, which is great. Another cool mythic card, Archangel. Did tell you there's a few mythics in this deck. On the play, 2 random cards in your hand gain plus 25 power until played. Reveal before scoring. If you don't know what that means, it means that you will get the points done when you lay the card, so you can decide whether you want to play it or not. Quite a nice little feature. On the play, a random card in your hand gains plus 30 permanently, and again reveal before scoring. Let's hope it hits our retro card. Another cool card until played, this one, 7 for 20, Ace of Swords. You can play it on the left or the right, but I've been playing it on the left, because if played in the left slot, your cards in hand gain 25 until played. So hopefully we'll be holding Retrocausality. And if played on the right slot, your opponent's cards in hand lose minus 25 until played. Let's keep going. Another mythic, the Crown of Immortality. 7 for 40. I do like to hold this one along with Retrocausality. These two guys holding together, the deadly duo, I'm calling them. On the start, this card gains plus 17 permanently, and on the return, you gain 17 power permanently. Absolutely awesome. If you can hold him, and with all the buffs in this deck, he becomes super powerful. In fact, he becomes more powerful in the middle of the game than Retrocausality. Koshi, 5 for 60. On the return, if you lost the turn, this card loses minus 59 until played. Boo! On the return, if your deck contains cards from 9 or more collections, which it does, your remaining cards in hand gain plus 50 until played. So hopefully we'll be holding the Crown and Retrocausality, and they will both get 50 each. Another cool card, if you're under buffing up your hold cards, Animism. Interesting. 8 for 52. On the draw, your other cards in hand gain plus 32 power and cost plus 2 until played. So it's an until played card. And on the return, an opponent's random card in hand gains plus 32 and costs plus 2 until played. Okay, what have we got next? Well, I went with 3 tarot cards. We've already seen the Ace of Swords, the Hierophant, a good old classic card. No idea why I put this in, but I've got 3 tarot cards, so it's quite good. On the play, if your deck is exactly 3 tarot cards, give them wherever they are, 27 permanently. And I do like that permanently. Doesn't help our 2 hold cards though. And the 5 of Pentacles, another good tarot card. On the play, this card gains plus 100. So he's basically 7 for 150 plus any other buffs. And on the return, lose minus 1 energy permanently. Not worried about energy this week in the league. And the final card, what is the final card? Charles Dickens. He squeezed his way into this deck only because we can get a little 35 extra permanent buff on him. Bit of a waste, really. A couple of cards in here you can find better ones, I'm sure. But like I said, I was rushing this deck, and it is an awesome deck. 4 for 35 on the draw if it's after round 3. Your cards in hand gain plus 35 permanently. Good old Charlie. Okay, let's go and play a league game. Once again, big shout out to Courtney08 from our Discord team. Do come and join our Discord server. The link is in the description. There are loads of really cool people in there like Courtney and some other super cool people. Everybody helping everybody out really nicely in there. It is really good. Searching for an opponent. Can we find anybody? No, let's go back and forward. We are in the league. Yeah, there we go. Haven't played much actually. I've been playing around the last 2 days with all these new mythic cards. Having a bit of fun. Still searching. So yeah, I'd probably take out Fairy Chimneys and Super Glue and try and find 2 until played science buffs. I did have a quick look, but I was running out of time. I'm not sure about the 3 tarot cards either. Sure, you guys can find something much better. Archangel is good. Crown of Immortality, absolutely amazing in this deck. And probably Charles Dickens, maybe. You can maybe find something a little bit better. But you do need to lose 2 rounds to get the benefit of Retrocausality. Joy in Jack. Wow, Joy in Jack. I hope you are having a joyful time, Jack. Oh, history and Oceans and Sea. Flashback to yesterday. Okay, here we go. Let's go. Oh, we've got Retrocausality right at the beginning there. That is amazing. Let's see how big we can get it. So Linet's in the middle next to Science and an Arts and Culture. Oh, Mano Umi. Oh, well, is he playing Pirates or is he playing the deck we did yesterday? Wow. Okay, this is going to be interesting. That is a massive deck he's got there. Okay, we are 38 in front. We're holding Retrocausality. Keep an eye on that. Jetcar's another one I'm not 100% convinced about, but it does help you win a round when you need to. So let's put the Ace of Swords on the left, Jet in the middle, and Hierophant. And now we've got Crown on round 1, turn 2. That is amazing. We can hold these two cards as long as possible. Doesn't really matter if we lose this first round. Oh, he's got his Flying Cloud as well. It's Pirates. It is Pirates riding the waves. Okay, let's see how you get on. Joyful Jack. Calissio Jack. That's a pirate, isn't it? Is Joyin Jack a pirate as well? Looks like it. Okay, Quantum Entanglement. I do like Quantum Entanglement. I wouldn't change that. But yeah, this Fairy Chimney card. We have got quite a few mythics in this deck. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 mythics, so it is worth 100 buff. But again, you could probably find something better. 167 and 192 lead. This is going to be close against his amazing deck. We could struggle here. Joyful Jack. What have you got here? Oh, and Junk 322 and the 192. Oh, okay, we won that one. I was expecting to lose it. Not sure if that's good or bad. But Retrocausality is up to 97 without buffing itself. The Crown is obviously buffing itself up nicely. The Crown is going to get massive. We might need some big cards in this game. Is there any arena boost for him? No, there's not. Because he's not playing American Revolution. Now we could be in trouble. 288. If we lose this round, then we're in a good position. Consciousness and Vitruvian Man next to each other. Unsinkable Sam! And Caravel is a great card. Good deck you've got there. Joyin Jack. Joyin Jack. That's such a happy name. What's his avatar? Oh, it doesn't match his name though, does it? Okay, let's keep going. So Multiverse. I like Multiverse in this deck actually. 1, because it's a mythic and gets that little extra buff. But 2, he's dead cheap to play when you've got a couple of energy escalation cards in there. 320. Yeah, we're definitely going to lose that round, which is good. We're quite a long way behind. What are we behind? 205. But we get an extra 50 there on those 2 cards. Look at Crown already up to 291. And Retrocausality still hasn't buffed himself. He's up to 200. That's why I put these until play cards in. I just wanted to get him to really make a oomph. You know what I mean? A oomph. I have no idea what oomph is, but you know what I mean. 388 against... What's he got? Only 2 cards? Ooh, Joyin Jack. Joyin Jack. I don't want to win this. Ooh, phew. I nearly had to pull a card away there, but no sweat. Don't think we're going to win, are we? No. 433. Well played, sir. 1-1. Okay, now we can start seeing Retrocausality. Only 25 per turn, so it's going to get an extra 75 itself on round 3. Plus any other buffs that we can give it. Oh, what have we got? Oh, Jetcar. Well, we're going to have to go with Jetcar. It's not a good rotation for Jetcar, is it? We want him to hit right at the very end, really. And I don't think if we go to round 5, I can get him there now. Unless we play the Crown. Look at the Crown. It is massive. These 2 cards together are super. They are going to be the basis of so many decks. Like a point per turn deck. Wow. A point per turn deck is going to be amazing with these cards. Because right at the end, you're going to have all those points in the bank and the Crown and Retrocausality. And you could just go, thank you very much. 162. Definitely not a new player's deck, is it, this one? I do hope the new players are enjoying our new player season, though. We've got some really cool decks coming up. Quantum Entanglement is great. Let's go for it. I want to win this one. Oh, was that silly? Or should we not have done? We were ahead, but... maybe I could have held Crown a little bit longer. The thing now is I've definitely wanted to get to the 5th round. So there we go. Deck code 7C72. No, that's a Z maybe. 74. Cool. I did that a bit small, that text. Oh, right. Here we go. But Charles, so he comes around first. Unfortunately, no Jet card to go in the middle. But Vitruvian Man will give us a little bit of a buff. Oh, he's got Fire Ship in his first box. Look at that. That is a massive card for him on the final round. Final round. What am I talking about? I have made a big boo-boo. I thought this was round 4. Oh, my word. Okay, now we're in trouble. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are in big trouble. This is me not paying attention to the game. Oh, my goodness. What have I done? What have I done? Oh, we're going to lose this 3-1. Oh, my word. Oh, my word. What can we do? We have got some big cards coming back round. I thought, oh, my goodness me. Well, that's what happens when I try recording and playing and concentrating. I can only do 2 things, not 3 things at once. But Leonardo Linux could help us here. 438, 586. That's much better. Look at that. That is good. Ooh, we're catching up. We're catching up. Or are we? We're gonna. Oh my word. 504, 381. Oh my goodness. We're still a couple of hundred behind. We do not want to play Retrocausality. Oh my goodness me. I think we're dead and buried here. Well, that's an extra 100. We're going to have to play Jet Car, unfortunately. Let's put that one in the front box. This is our only hope. We will get a buff. Is he only playing 2 cards? No, he's playing 3 cards. No, he's playing 2 cards. No, he's playing... What's he doing? If he plays 2 cards... Oh, he's playing 3 cards. No. Oh, Manaumi. Look at that. 4 for 29. Oh, my word. That is the trouble with that card towards the end of the game. It is so super weak. I think we squeezed that. Oh, my gosh. Well, what a mistake, because we could have held on to Crown and we would have been laughing because we lost that round where I mucked up and played Crown. We won this round. Oh, dear. This is a terrible way of playing by me. Talking of the Crown, he is back. He should buff up a bit there. Yeah, look at that. 200 and something. Make or break. He's got that massive fireship coming right at the end. 485. If we can stay in touching distance, look at that retrocausality. He's up to 782. He's going to be getting some massive buffs now. 50 a turn buff. So we've got at least another 100 to go on to him for the next 2 turns. Okay, we're in touching distance. In fact, we're a little bit in front. Wow, 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 wow. This game is turning out okay. It's going to be Fireship against Retrocausality, and that Crown is building up. What have we got coming around? We know we haven't got Jet Car, unfortunately. And there we go. The only reason I put Charles in is to get that little 35 buff at the end. What a disaster he is. 597. I think we're going to be behind here. We know his debt's going to be super duper strong. Ooh, my word. 718597. We're about 100 behind. So is our final play bigger than joining Jack? We know he's got that massive fireship. That's going to be worth about 600, isn't it? Fireship. Oh, consciousness gives us up. We've got nothing. Absolutely nothing. Oh my word. Well, 1,209 I guess is not nothing. But what's he going to get? He can get well over 1,000 points. He's got 6, 7, 8, 9. He could get 1,100. Wow, this could be close actually. Can't see him getting over 1,100. Even with Fireship. Oh, and he's nowhere near. 943. Oh my word, what a game. And that was with me mucking up. We could have had Crown at the end there and we would have got a massive score. Crown could have been worth 500 or 600 as well. There we go. I am loving this card. Big shout out again to Courtney08. Thank you for lending me that card. I will send it back very shortly. I am going to play a few more games with it if you don't mind. Anyhow, guys, thanks for watching. That was a bit of fun. I'm going to try and build a better deck with that when I actually get my own card. And in the meantime, take care, everybody. Thank you for watching. Do leave us a like. Do subscribe if you haven't. And do leave us a comment on what you would do with that new Mythic card. Good luck trying to find it. Bye.